Welcome to Think Hub, where curiosity meets knowledge. The Titanic's sister ships. What happened to them? Most people are familiar with the Titanic's ill-fated maiden voyage, but few know that Titanic was one of three colossal ocean liners built by the White Star Line as part of its luxurious Olympic-class fleet. Alongside Titanic were her sister ships, the RMS Olympic and the HMHS Britannic, which shared her grandeur, innovation, and high expectations. Yet each sister ship experienced her own unique journey and, like Titanic, faced challenges and risks that ultimately decided her fate. Here we explore the lives, legacies, and final outcomes of the Titanic's lesser-known yet equally fascinating sister ships. RMS Olympic, the Old Reliable. The first and oldest of the trio, RMS Olympic was launched in 1910, setting a new standard for luxury travel on the seas. Designed to be an opulent, comfortable ship for transatlantic voyages, Olympic shared many of Titanic's distinctive features, including grand interiors, lavish dining rooms, and spacious promenades. She could carry over 2,400 passengers and was heralded as one of the largest and safest ships afloat. Life and career at sea. Olympic enjoyed a prestigious career, earning the nickname Old Reliable for her steadfast service. After Titanic's sinking, Olympic underwent significant safety upgrades, including the addition of more lifeboats and reinforced bulkheads. She continued to ferry passengers and even served during World War I, where she gained fame as a military transport vessel. In 1918, Olympic famously rammed and sank a German U-boat, making her the only commercial liner to sink an enemy vessel during the war. Later years and retirement. After the war, Olympic resumed passenger service and operated until 1935. Though her career was impressive, the economic impacts of the Great Depression made maintaining such a large ship unfeasible. She was retired and eventually dismantled, with some of her interiors salvaged and repurposed in hotels and other locations. Today, Olympic remains the only one of the Olympic-class ships to have served a full, relatively peaceful career, earning her place as a beloved vessel of the White Star Line. HMHS Britannic, the hospital ship with a tragic end. Britannic, the youngest of the trio, was launched in 1914 with improvements over her sister ships aimed at addressing safety issues learned from Titanic's sinking. For example, her lifeboat capacity was increased, and her bulkheads were taller and more watertight. Intended initially as a passenger liner, Britannic's luxury features were put on hold as World War I broke out. A new purpose. The hospital ship. Requisitioned by the British government in 1915, Britannic was transformed into a hospital ship and designated HMHS Britannic, His Majesty's Hospital Ship. She was refitted to accommodate wounded soldiers and medical staff, with her grand dining rooms converted into wards. The ship carried thousands of wounded soldiers across the Mediterranean, becoming a symbol of hope during the war. Tragic sinking in the Aegean Sea. On November 21, 1916, Britannic met her tragic end while sailing near the Greek island of Kea. A massive explosion, likely caused by a mine or torpedo, tore through her hull, and the ship began to sink rapidly. Though her enhanced safety features delayed her descent, the ship was lost within 55 minutes. Thankfully, unlike Titanic, most of those on board survived, with only 30 casualties out of more than 1,000 on board. To this day, Britannic lies beneath the Aegean Sea, largely intact and serving as a haunting underwater relic of the past. Comparing the fates of the Olympic, Titanic, and Britannic. Despite being sister ships, each of the Olympic-class liners led very different lives. Where Titanic is remembered as a tragic disaster, Britannic's story is one of noble service that ended in a wartime catastrophe. Olympic, the Old Reliable, carried thousands of passengers safely across the Atlantic and even served bravely during wartime. Yet, the experiences of these three ships highlight the risks, innovations, and advancements that marked the early 20th century. The improvements made on Britannic reflect lessons learned from Titanic, but these advancements came too late to prevent Britannic's own sinking. Today, While Titanic rests as a memorial to those lost, Olympic's interiors live on in various hotels, and Britannic serves as a submerged time capsule explored by divers and maritime historians. Legacy of the Olympic-class liners. The story of the Titanic's sister ships reminds us of a time when ocean travel represented the height of luxury and ambition. The Olympic-class liners embodied the vision of safe, opulent transatlantic travel, but the tragedies that befell Titanic and Britannic exposed the vulnerabilities and limitations of even the most advanced engineering of the time. The Olympic, Titanic, and Britannic continue to fascinate the world as symbols of human resilience, ambition, and the unpredictable nature of maritime travel. 3 ships, 1 lasting impact. The Titanic's sister ships reveal the multifaceted story of early 20th century sea travel and remind us of the human quest to conquer the elements with technology and design. Although their voyages were drastically different, each ship contributed to the legacy of ocean liners and left a lasting impact on maritime history. Together, they symbolize both the heights of human ambition and the unforeseen challenges that even the most advanced vessels faced. Their stories remain a testament to the era's pioneering spirit and a humbling reminder of the ocean's power.